Hey book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books and Me. Today I am bringing you my half yearly wrap up, and I can still say that even though it's the end of July because I haven't read a single book this month. This is the second time I'm filming this video because when I filmed it the first time I don't think I was really vibing what I was doing, but also took so long to go through and talk about every book that the video ended up being, I think I had like 40 minutes of footage, and I was like, I don't even want to edit it because I just couldn't be bothered touching it. So I think I actually deleted all the footage. Actually, no, I haven't deleted it yet because I didn't know if I'd film this. I'm not quite sure. So I just thought I'd make this video again. We'd fly through the books. There's 14 of them. And obviously it's been a while since I've read a majority of them. So I'm a little bit foggy on the details. And I feel like it would do the books so much more justice if you guys actually just went and read my reviews of said books. So all of the reviews will be linked in the description below if you're interested in any of them. I'm just going to tell you the title of the book, the author, the series, my star rating, and a quick little keyword roundup of like why I liked the book. And like I don't want this video to go on and on, because if I start explaining things and recapping storylines, like it's just, we're going to be here forever. And I'm not going to like filming it. I'm not going to like editing it. You guys aren't going to like watching it. So let's dive in. So the first book is Princess Ballot by Jamin Eve and Tate James, the first book in the Royals of Auburn Academy series. This is a trilogy and the third book actually only just came out last month. So now is the perfect time to sit down and read the whole series. I gave this first book 4 out of 5 stars. This is a new adult dark college romance, a little bit of dystopian in it as well. I went into this having an idea about it, and it sort of was what I wanted and so much more. Like, I didn't really know what to expect with this, and it was way better than I thought. The book has the note in the description that it is not a reverse harem. So it's like the whole series itself isn't, but it has that vibe to it. So if that is something that interests you, like, definitely check this out. It is really, really good, and this book really helped establish this series really well, and just, you're gonna love it, trust me. Next up we have Number Neighbors by Emma Hart. This is the second book in a companion duology, so you don't actually have to read them in order. I clearly didn't. So you don't even have to read them in order, you don't have to read them back to back, you don't even have to read one of them. This book I gave 4 out of 5 stars to. This is a really fun, cute rom-com by Emma, and you guys know I love her books, and it plays on the idea of number neighbors, which blew up on Twitter last year, where you text the two people who have one number off your phone number, one number greater, one number less. And yeah, it's just really cute. The main guy is also British and he's a vet, and it's cute. Then I read Frenemies by Emma. This is the first book in that companion duology. Again, I obviously didn't read these in order, but I'm a really big advocate of reading companion novel series in order, simply because in the latter books in this series you get to see those relationships in the background. So it's better to kind of read that story first and then, yeah, continue on. Normally I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. This one was another really fun, cute rom-com. Both of these books are actually relatively short, so they're really quick afternoon reads. This one also focuses on a prank war between two people, and it's just really fun, really cute, just the perfect little short rom-com read. Next up we have Playboy Princes by Jamin Eve and Tate James. This book I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. So this is book 2 in that series. This, so good. It took everything in the first book and ramped it up so much. A lot was happening in this. This is where we start to see a little bit more of the dystopianness of this whole series. I kind of see these books as if the Hunger Games series was us following like this cute relationship during the events of the Hunger Games and the rebellion, but we're just like in the capital following this romance, and sort of only get like little bits of like what's going on in the outside world happening like in the story. That kind of vibe, where it's set in this like dystopian-ish world, but like the core behind it, but like it's not the dystopian world. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It's really fun. Again, this is where the reverse harem thing really comes into play a little bit more in this one, but it has been stressed through all 3 books that is not a thing that's happening. I haven't read the third book yet. I'm kind of scared because I've heard that what I really wanted to happen in the third book doesn't happen at all, and I'm a little bit bummed, but it's fine. Apparently the third book's really good though, so definitely read all 3 of these books. They are so good. Next up we have the only physical book I can actually show you, and that is Azaria, A True Story by Marie Coote. This is a non-fiction children's book. It is so good. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This tells the story of Azaria and Lindy Chamberlain, so the whole Dingo Stole My Baby thing, and it tells it in a way that it is introducing this story to a new generation of Australians. It is so beautiful, so well done. I was a little bit worried about how like this whole story could be translated well for kids and like still telling them a story but not scaring them and scarring them and things like that. If you work with children, if you work with children in any capacity and have the ability to have books in your setting, please get your hands on this book and share this story with our young people. And even if you're an adult like me, read it, because it is such a beautiful book. The artwork is stunning and it's just a really great way to tell this story to a new generation. Next up we have Chicks Man by J.D. Holyfield. This book I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars to. I think this is a standalone. I can't remember. But this was a really fun, cute read. It is a brother's best friend, sister romance, which I love. Plus there's like another twist in here that was kind of, you could see it happening, but then it happened in like a crazy extreme way that I wasn't really expecting. It was nice, it was cute, just a classic romance really, and it's new adult 20s vibes, you know what I mean? Like, then we have Undeniably Perfect by S.E. Rose. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. This is the first book in the Perfect series. It's got Perfect in the series title. I can't remember. Anyway, again, another cute, fun romance, bit of a sports romance, really funny, very rom-com-y, very hilarious. The family of characters we get introduced to in this book are seriously hilarious. I think the rest of the series is following different family members, which I'm super excited about because the family just seems so fun, and the kind of like book family that you're like, I want to be part of this family, either as a family member or like marry into the family. Like, just so fun, so cute. I love me a good cute romance, and this was one of them. Then we have Through the Lens by KK Allen. I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is the 3rd book in the Bellevue series. I haven't actually read the first 2 books, but I really want to after reading this one. Again, cute, fun romance, kind of an enemies to lovers situation, kind of a making like a wrong first impressions, wrong assumptions kind of thing, and kind of having to break down those barriers to realize, oh, this person isn't the bitch I thought they were kind of deal. And you know, kind of some hidden secrets, and it was fun, it was cute. I just love books like this, and as I said, I really need to read the first 2 books in the series because the relationships we got to see teased, we got to see a little bit of in this from the first 2 books were really sweet, and I kind of want to go back and read them. Next up we have Captivated by Harlow James. This was 4 out of 5 stars. This is I think this was also the 3rd book in the Falls series. Oh my god, I feel so bad that I don't know. I'll put it up on the screen. Books taking place in the same town. This one, it took me a little bit to get into this one. It was one where I was like not really vibing with it, and then all of a sudden I was like, just kind of weird. I will say this book starts off with a prologue that takes place like halfway through the book kind of thing, and it was like an intense moment that we're like thrown into like life or death situation, and then all of a sudden we're like way back like 3 months earlier, and you're like, shit. But this was like, again, just a bit of a sweet romance. Maybe not so much as cute, but like a sweet romance. Both people have secrets and hidden parts of their lives, secret identities kind of thing, and just the sense of wanting to protect one another by not getting involved with one another, but also being really drawn to one another, so kind of can't helping like getting involved. It was fun. It went in a direction that I wasn't expecting a little bit, and yeah, it worked out really nice. And there was these little moments that happened throughout the book that I was like, oh, that was a really nice addition. Like, it really just amped it up and added a little bit more depth to it. Then we have Looking to Score by Carrie Gray and CORALEE June. I gave this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. This was actually Carrie's first novel. CORALEE has written a bunch of novels before, but this was Carrie's first novel, so it was really cool that they were working together. This is a sports romance, kind of a friend of enemies to lovers kind of situation. It had really great potential, but there was some moments in this that I didn't think were handled that well, or had the potential to really add a lot of depth to the story. Things were brushed under the carpet that really shouldn't have been. I was just left a little bit eh. I mean, 3.5 out of 5 isn't a bad review at all, But yeah, I was just a little bit bummed about some elements of this story that could have worked really well in the story or could have just been handled that bit better. I think there is meant to be more books in this series. I think it's a companion novel series. I'm not entirely sure. I do know that Carrie and Coralie are releasing another book very soon. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it had potential and I was a little bit bummed that it just didn't live up to that potential. Then we have Lucky Bastard by Kaylee Ryan. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. This is one of the books in the Cocky Hero Club series. You guys saw me talk about this in my TBR for like May. The Cocky Hero Club collection of books are based on V. Keelan's and Penelope Ward's Cocky Hero books. There is 4 or 5 hero books, and so this whole collection of Cocky Hero Club books spawns off of those original novels and is inspired by that original hero, and then builds a story that that hero may appear in, but we're following different characters. None of the books in the collection are connected to each other. They just all relate back to that one hero book. So this book relates back to Cocky Bastard. I've not read any of the hero books. I definitely need to read Cocky Bastard. This one, Lucky Bastard, is a sports romance. I freaking loved it so much. It was so cute, so fun, and I was just like, oh, this is one of those just really... I love sports romances. I think that's what I've learned about myself this year. I love a good sports romance. This was fun and cute and sweet and swoony. I just freaking loved it, and it's steamy as well. Next up, I read Hot Mess by Emma Hart. Again, you guys know I love Emma. This was another cute and fun rom-com. This is an interesting one because she's an influencer who has a bit of a scandal, so it was really interesting to see like the ramifications of that. And it takes place in the Florida Keys. It's just fun and cute. Our main guy is also British, and I freaking love it. I freaking love it so much. Like, it's cute. I love Emma's books. They're just so fun and so cute, so swoony. I love it. It's cute. And there's the main guy has a daughter, and she's just really fun and has both of our main characters wrapped around her finger. Like, it's a freaking good read. Then we have A Sweet Spot by Rebecca JENSHAK. This is another sports romance. It's not connected to the Cocky Hero Club world though, although I'm about to get to another one. This is actually a golf sports romance, which I've never read before. Weird thing to have like a golf sports romance. It's just, you know how you think of sports romance is like soccer, football, baseball, maybe tennis, but like golf, weird. Also, something I really loved, usually particularly the sports romances I've read, has been like the male lead has been the sports player, and then the female generally doesn't have much to do with sport, maybe a general interest, but no, they don't play the sport. This actually, technically the guy does sort of play the sport, he's a coach for the sport, but it's our female character who is the sports player. She's the one playing golf, which I loved. I loved having the reverse of the general trope of sports romance. It was just so good. As a golf, not what I would have like picked up if I was going through a list of sports romances. I wouldn't have got to golf and been like, ah yes, give me that. But it was really well done. Again, really cute, really fun. Definitely very swoony. I really like this relationship. It's college romance, new adult. It had it all. It really did. And I'm excited because Rebecca has announced that there is a spin-off series to this book. The first book features a character we were introduced to in this one, and yes, I'm always excited for her to expand her universe. Actually, speaking of expanding universes in the Rebecca JENSHAK series collection, Sweet Spot is actually part of the Smart Jocks series that I've read before. I read that last year. This book takes place in the same world. It's not connected to it, but we do get to see some of the characters or references to the characters from that series in this one, which is so cool. I'm so excited when I saw that in the book. I just love it. It's a nice little Easter egg to people who've read that series first. Finally, we have Jilted Jock by Rebecca JENSHAK. I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. This one is a Cocky Hero Club book, and oh, this is so good. This was another one connected to Cocky Bastard. Again, I just love sports romances, and I've connected with it so well. I need to read Cocky Bastard before I read any more because yes, I need to. This was just so fun and so sweet and so swoony, and the characters are Australian, which I loved because obviously I'm Australian, and I just, this one tugged at the heartstrings so much. Just freaking loved it. I love Rebecca's work, and I clearly love the sports romances, and I clearly love books in the Cocky Hero series that connect back to Cocky Bastard. So that, I think that has to be the next book I read just before I get onto any more books in the Cocky Hero Club world, because otherwise I'm going to hate myself that I've left it till the end of everything. But yeah, so at the end of the day, all of the books that I have read so far this year are cute, swoony romances that you all need to read if you're into romances. As I said, I'll link to all the reviews below in order, so please go check them out if you are interested in any of these books. And I tell you this now, the reviews for them do them a lot more justice than I've just done them in this video. I hope that I've hopefully inspired you to check them out anyway. I definitely do recommend all of them. They are all fantastic reads. Definitely check them out. Please go read my reviews. And I would also love to know if you have read any of the books that I've just spoken about. Please let me know your thoughts of them in the comments below, but do keep them spoiler free in case there are people perusing the comments that haven't read the books yet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I can do a wrap up before the end of the year. Let's face it, the rate I'm going, I'm gonna have to wait till the end of the year to do like a yearly wrap up and include the other books that I've read this year. I'm a little bit behind on my reading goal, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I'm sure I will catch up. I did last year. I got quite behind on my reading goal and turned around and like sprinted to the finish line and surpassed my reading goal at the end of the year. So we're fine. We'll get there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, or if you're excited to read any of these books, and I will see you guys at some point in the future with another video. Bye!